Usually the water's quite blue, lots of fish around, but not so much this time.
You never really think much about the color of the water until it changes that dramatically, and you know that something's going on.
Yeah, that's something. It's called a pistachio tide. I'm sure you've heard the news by now. The bacterial bloom comes with a pretty strong egg-like scent. And while the phenomenon is normal, this tide is quite unique. And the more we cover this story, the more you, the viewers, reach out wanting to know more information about the pistachio tide and when the smell will fade away and what it all means for the health of the harbor. Here to sort it all out for us is Alice Volpitta. She is with Blue Water Baltimore. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
I asked you if you got tired of hearing this question. You said it just changes every time.
Every day it's a little bit different, and yet it persists. This is the longest we've seen the pistachio tide in the harbor since I've been keeping track.
Well, we've all have become scientists now, so we understand the changes in the water temperature, what it means for the algae bloom underneath. For those, if this is brand new to you, explain one more time. This is all Mother Nature at work.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're calling it a pistachio tide. That's a little bit of a misnomer. Maybe it should be more like a sea foam switch or something like that, a turquoise turnover. So what's happening is that seasonally we get cooler temperatures overnight, and that makes the top layer of water more dense, so it sinks to the bottom. That bottom anoxic or oxygen-free water, it comes up to the top, and that's causing sulfur bacteria to come up to the top of the water, react with UV light, and create this kind of awesome green color, but unfortunately also that smell.
From the helicopter, it looks great. From the ground, it smells awful.
It smells like rotten eggs, and unfortunately that's because of all of the hydrogen sulfide that we're finding at the bottom layer of the water.
Now, if we went to Boston's harbor or whoever else has a harbor, there's a chance they could experience the same exact thing.
Right. So the reason why we're having this dynamic is because we've sort of man-made almost like a lake situation in the Baltimore harbor. And so the harbor is not really supposed to have these big concrete walls all around it. That's a man-made situation. And so because there's not enough circulation inside the harbor, everything's sort of stagnant. It sits there almost like a lake. So you see this type of dynamic in a lake system. It's just very unusual to see it in a tidal ecosystem like the Baltimore harbor.
And because of the setup, which won't change, I'm sure, over the years, we could end up seeing this again in the future.
So unfortunately, we've been seeing this year after year. This is the longest stretch of the pistachio tide that we have documented, but unfortunately, we can expect to see this until we do something to change it.
Sure. As we have seen the fish kill and that kind of thing, we know that the environment is affected by this. How does this affect the health of the harbor over the years? Is there concern for that?
Yeah, so really what we're seeing is the end result of a lot of pollution on land making its way into the harbor. And that's because excessive amounts of nitrogen and phosphorus, those nutrients, they're overfeeding the naturally occurring organisms in the system. And so it's throwing everything out of whack. So if we can kind of put ourselves on a pollution diet and create some engineering strategies to return to a more natural river ecosystem, then we might be able to get ourselves out of the situation and not see it in the future.
And so it may not necessarily be what's happening in the harbor, but what may be happening upstream on the Jones Falls, tens of miles away, making its way down. That has an effect as well?
Absolutely. It's all connected. And so really our streets are our streams in Baltimore, and that means that the storm drains are directly connected to the closest stream, which connects to the harbor. And so every single person has a part to play in all of this by keeping their space clean and reporting pollution when they see it.
I don't know how long you've been in Baltimore. There used to be spray painted on those drains saying, listen, what you dump here ends up, back in the water. And that's important for, I think, young people to know.
Absolutely. And it's not just the Baltimore harbor. It goes all the way out the Patapsco and into the bay as well. So really, Baltimore is playing a critical part in the entire bay restoration effort.
Pistachio aside, I feel like a lot of work has been put into the harbor lately, whether it's the trash wheel or maybe it's efforts, you'll see the sanitation boat go through. People are working hard to keep the water healthy.
Absolutely. Taxpayers have spent billions of dollars on upgrades to the sanitary sewer system, the wastewater treatment plant systems, and individual organizations like Blue Water Baltimore are planting trees, spray painting those storm drains that you're talking about. So there's a united effort to get ourselves back on track.
At the household level, what can I do on a daily basis to help the health of the harbor?
Well, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say sign up for Blue Water Baltimore's emails and become a donor. You can support that effort right away, but also you can join us for things like tree planting projects, which slow down and clean up the stormwater that's ending up in our rivers. But also really just keep an eye on what you're flushing. So that might sound a little little disconnected, but if you flush anything other than toilet paper, it can trigger a sewage overflow, which makes the problem worse.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
So the big question, of course, people want to know, when will this be over? And you don't have that timeline, I'm sure.
Unfortunately, I can't give you a really clear answer. I think once we start getting a closer temperature difference between daytime and nighttime, so not these big swings, things will start to even out and it'll dissipate on its own.
I feel a little smarter. Thank you for the help.
Thank you for having me.